live in 3,
Two,
2, 1.
one. Welcome
Okay.
to another episode of Live Event from
September edition.
September edition. Sawdust Nation Live with your hosts, Josh from North Country Woodworking, That Hardwood, Nat from Nat's Naughty Works, myself, Nick from NPG Creations, and today a very special guest coming to us live from Lower Texas, Joey Steelblade.
Hello.
Before we get into it, though, I want to go ahead and thank everybody who, each and every one of our patrons, for doing their part this episode live event possible. And of course, Capone CNC, thank you, sir, for your continued sponsorship. JTech Photonics and Total Boat, you guys are awesome as well. We love you all. So let's start talking going on for this live event. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Talk. That's how it works.
Yeah.
We're online. Joey, go ahead, Nap. Sorry.
I say, hey, we were going to kind of have like a lot of theme for today, right? Especially because it has something to do possibly with our giveaways, but safety and stuff today, maybe some things along that lines, and maybe some avid CNC action from Joey.
Ooh.
Action.
Joey, you got a new toy, man. You know what? We'll save that for the podcast. Let's save it for the podcast. Right. We can't give it all away. We can't, we got to at least, like, we don't do it on the first date. We got to wait for the, round 2 here when we start recording the podcast. But
there you go.
You can see there, Joey.
Well, I mean, I've gotten to use it. Been kind of busy, but starting to learn a little bit more. The software is the problem. Starting to learn how to program and get that kind of stuff. So I've been just doing some simple cuts, learning how to produce that G code when you're in VCarve Pro. As far as the machine, it's been working really well. Had a little mishap today with the bearing, but that's getting sent out, and it run. You just hear a little ticking, but yeah, I mean it's fun. I mean you your mind just goes wild. The different things you can do with the CNC. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, you can do almost anything with the CNC. Imagination is the limit.
Yeah. So we've been cutting out this week. My wife was going to start doing tumblers. Well, her and I. So I kind of made a tumbler turner, as you can say, and got that figured out how to cut it out, and bought the mechanism off of the Amazon there, and set that up for her so she can start doing the tumblers, the paintings, and whatever. So yeah, just been trying to do that. We designed some blast gates for dust collection. That's been another thing we've been working on, and I've got a sheet of PVC plastic. I'm gonna hopefully here soon start cutting them out and see putting them together. Just kind of been prototyping some stuff, getting used to it.
Nifty. How you liking that software? Is it easy learning curve for you? You're a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, I mean I have a little bit of background in Corel Draw, so it's kind of something similar. There's been some different things, you just when you're merging, like say you're doing a rectangle and you need to put curves on the end or radiuses, just learning how to put those together and make those all one image or vector, however you want to say it. Learning the different the bits, the speeds, where you're going to cut, how you're going to, especially if you have multiple cuts, learning where, do you want an inside cut, an outside cut, pocket. So there, it's not, the software is not that difficult once you start, get your hands on it. There's a lot of helpful stuff out there. You know, I do pay attention to old Mike with Veteran Woodco and seen kind of the stuff he has on, you know, when he gives his deals. But it's one thing to watch a video on YouTube or whatever and just get your hands on it and start messing with it, and you'll slowly figure it out. That's really how I've done it, you know, and make some small cuts. That's how you're gonna learn. Hope you don't crash it.
How much material have you picked up? Because I went through a lot.
Actually, really, the worst thing I did was the first time I used it, my touch plate was not plugged into the right port on the electronics. So when it went down, I mean, it basically just buried itself and locked the machine up. And after that, I learned from another friend, just going off the material surface. So now I don't even use a touch plate. So I haven't really, I didn't mess up any material. Really, I haven't. Just, you know, the surfacing program, a good friend of mine, Jake Thompson, he helped me set up or showed me how to set up the spoil board surfacing program. And then once he did that, I kind of just took off from there, you know, and I haven't messed anything up. It's just making sure, you know, when you're measuring stuff out, just making sure when you're zeroing your bit out that versus, okay, so here's one thing that happened to me last night, and that's because I haven't used it in a while. When you zero out on the surface, I didn't pay attention in the program. I actually offset when you do your 48 by 48 in VCarve Pro, I offset the image an inch. So I zeroed out where I wanted to start, and it didn't start there. It started an inch over. Luckily, I still had enough that all my parts came out fine, but that's kind of one of those things you need to learn to zero out at the very corner of that material. And when you're not using the touch plate, that's one thing you got to be careful with.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you got a big old shop behind you there. I have yet to be down there to visit, but it's coming.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be there to see what you got behind you.
let me turn it a little bit.
There's a lot going on in that shop.
Yeah.
That man he's got a little bit of everything. He's even got an apartment in there.
Yeah, that's what we've been working on this week, trying to get that done. I'm trying to get that office done so we can get that other toy in there, you know. Actually.
Oh yeah. The toy that shall not be named.
Right.
Anyway.
That's for the podcast and podcast only.
Hey, so what are we giving away? Nick writes, what are you guys giving away tonight?
Well, Nick, we got a few things we're giving away tonight. We got 7 watching now, hopefully not including myself.
Oh, I'm in there. So that's like, well, obviously we're all watching just to pump our numbers up. So we've got 3 people in here.
Yep. No, she's not in here. She's upstairs doing her thing.
All right. Well, so right now you have a 33.33% chance of winning this week's giveaway.
So there's 3 different giveaways. We got the beginners giveaway here, which is the Sawdust Nation mug etched with one of our stickers, and then also came up with this idea based on a recent project. Our Sawdust Nation coasters made out of awesome cutoffs. This particular cutoff is made from Bloodwood. So you'll have the beer mug and the coaster to go with it, and hey, a sticker to stick on your sticker wall if you happen to have one of those. And then second, we have from Pone CNC, one of our sponsors, the Ultra Fence, one of his latest inventions. This fence is made off a 3D printer, so you know it's dead accurate. It is a very big fence, very low profile though, and we do go for that giveaway. If you are not a CNC user, by the time we go to give it away, we ask that you let us know, because if you don't have a CNC, there's probably not a reason for you to have a fence. And then the grand finale, Also, you get a coaster and a sticker for this last one, but then also you have the gripper from Microjig. And if you don't have one of these, I'll tell you right now, these are a very good tool to have. Not that I
I
use
have a
mine all the
girlfriend
time.
called the gripper.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm.
Wasn't your girlfriend though, because it wasn't big enough.
Oh.
But if you don't have one of these are awesome tools. And honestly, for what they're worth more than their money. They're definitely worth my digits. So if you happen to win this, you are a lucky viewer out of our 7 with the 33.33%, since 4 of those are us.
Wife actually just joined, so I'm going to share your show in my Facebook group. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
I'm sitting here like recruiting people as we go, like, hey, fool, live events on, like people that I know, like get on here because there's good stuff to give away.
So
And
It's a hectic day today. A lot of, at least in New Jersey, it's the first day of school for many kids. So there's a lot of people just catching up on that tonight. I'm sure.
So I got to tell you guys, not only are the kids in rare form tonight, but the new puppy, he's the shop dog in the house, and he's just chewing on whatever he can find. So I just took Captain America away from him.
Oh boy. Yeah, you got another kid, man. You don't have a puppy. It's another kid.
He's cool though. He's cool though. Anyway, he doesn't whine as much as my kids.
Not yet. let him get used to the house a little.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Let me see if I can get old YouTubes and what we got going on here.
So,
CCCNC. What's the CC stand for? Is that for Commander?
How dare you? That's
What do you mean,
Commander CNC. Commander of CNC.
That'd be a pretty cool name.
What's his logo? Lieutenant Colonel Oakleaf.
It could be. It could just could be like a like one of those parking signs that says like DV parking only. If you don't know what we're talking, it's an Air Force thing. Probably all branches of the service.
Yeah, it's more of a military thing.
Let's put it this way. If you're in the military and you park in a parking spot that has a sign on it that says like commander parking only or superintendent parking only, colonel, general, whatever, you're going to have a bad time unless you're that person.
You can get away with it at least once.
One time.
I parked in a commander's parking spot once, but to be fair, the placard had been weathered away to such a state you could not tell.
So,
Anywho,
Joe, you're on vacation, right?
Yes, sir.
How long you on vacation for?
I go back to work next Monday.
ooh,
That's a drag.
Yeah.
vacations are never long enough.
No, they're not. Not when we have so much work to do out here. Like never ending. Trying to get as much done as I can possibly get done in the apartment, office, and second coat of mud will go on tomorrow and hopefully be sanded the next day, and then we can texture, and then I can get after it painting and then start on the flooring. So
Nice.
I need to get that done so that I can finish setting up this shop. I'm chomping at the bit because none of the table saws are plugged in. Bandsaw joiner, planer, none of that stuff's working. So I the CNC to try to do most of the stuff that I can. So yeah, I'm get done in there so I can get back out here and finish setting up all this stuff, get the main dust collector hooked up, get all that stuff going.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
And
must
and
be.
one of the first things I'm going to do though is put the air conditioners in this first and foremost. I haven't had a chance this week. If not, I would have already done that.
I thought you already got that taken care of, Joey.
I have them here. I just hadn't been able to install them. We've just been busy and then doing other stuff too. Honeydews, you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
do you do? Do you do your own electrical?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, so I mean that makes it nice. You know, you can just do whatever you want, and you don't have
Right.
to worry about hiring an electrician. I should have just had you come up to my house and put in the outlet. To be honest with you.
It's very. I mean, I try to. I mean, everything's done to code, but I don't hire nobody. I do it. I mean, I've always done just something that I get done myself and saves a lot of money. So yeah, that's just plugging away, getting stuff done every day. The more I get done, the closer I get to being able to make some dust out of here. Other than just with the CNC.
Oh, Oak Ridge Woodworks joined us. There we go.
There he is,
Yeah.
old Ed.
There's Matt.
Welcome.
There's my
Hey,
buddy
Matt.
Matt Wackerly. Welcome,
There we
Matt.
go.
Oh, CCNC is also the admin of PWN CNC Group.
How about that?
Yeah. Beta test all of Daniel's products. He's a close friend.
That's what's up. Welcome everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I'm over here selling my soul to every Facebook page that has to do with CNC and making anything like, hey, there's a giveaway going on right now, and the gripper is a very wanted tool in any shop, and well, this Ultra CNC fence will be something that people are gonna want on their CNCs if they don't have one already ordered from Daniel. So I'm over here selling my soul right now.
Well, my soul's gone. So if you have any others,
Here,
That's
hang
just
on.
some-
Let me go get
That's
one
from the
for you.
military, not the internet.
So what I'm thinking is we do a smaller giveaway. I'd say maybe in about 5 minutes. We'll try to save the big one for last. I think we should have enough viewers, hopefully. If not, we'll save the Ultra Fence for another time, just because our viewers that we have with us, I know, don't have an awesome Sawdust Nation mug and or coaster. So, and I did etch it specifically for this, so I'd like it not to sit in my house, because if it does, I'll use it.
Fill that cup up.
Instagram it, Joey. So apparently you need to Instagram this thing. Do it for the gram.
I'm setting one out right now.
And I'm over here drinking one of my favorites, because Michigan, it's not where it's from. It's from Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. But Yingling finally made its way down to Texas. And as
No
you're going to be
kidding.
cracking one open. Yes, sir. It is right here in my hand.
Wow.
It is amazing. And it is a nectar for the gods. Someone called it a regular, a regular old brew, nothing special. And I'm like, hold on. First of all, do you even know what beer is? I mean, I drink PBR too, so maybe I don't know what beer is, but
Yeah.
man, this dog.
Okay. Yingling is good. I mean, like, especially when he can't get it. But I remember we used to drive to go get cases of it and bring it back for like squatching parties and stuff. Like 2 to 3 hours. Who wants to go driving?
oh man,
Good times.
we could get some viewers, folks. We got some Carveco action going on. We got the Pwn CNC group sharing it. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's hope we get some viewers, because I would like to give these things away. This is like one of my favorite parts, is having our viewers join us and us be able to give them stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's get back into the community. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, well, especially with like safety and stuff. So I know like Joey was talking earlier about how he hasn't crashed his CNC yet. He might have had a couple hiccups as far as getting started. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've had some serious issues on the CNC when I first got started. I threw pieces into the wall. I had bits dive into freaking MDF. Yes, I had a piece fly. That's what happens when you forget to tab your job. Okay, I was new. It was like this. Go ahead.
So, tabbing is great. I used to do that in the beginning where I would tab everything and then cut it out. But I mean, like ever since I've had some issues when I first started out, I don't even go all the way. I go like an eighth, all the way up to about 1/8 inch until it's cut all the way through. Throw it in the bandsaw, then the router table, and I don't have to worry about the tabs or pieces flying, or bits getting clamped into the carve because they're not tabbed right. It saves so much trouble.
So I gotta ask, Josh, since you have your laser, your glow and your diode lasers, right?
Yeah.
You run your CNC as much as you, I don't know. You had the lasers
Used
first,
to.
so it doesn't really work like that. I can't really ask you. I can ask Nap. So Nap. So sorry, Josh, I'm excluding you now. But
Yep. I feel it.
now that you have the laser machine, right? Do you run your CNC as much as you used to, or do you put a lot of jobs on the laser now?
I'm gonna tell you what, man. The only thing I use the CNC for now is profile cuts for the most part, unless it's like a 3D carve. I'm laser etching epoxy grooves. I'm laser etching complicated designs. Very rarely does a customer even ask for carved symbols anymore. They're just like, hey, you can laser, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, can you cut me a shape of this and laser this on it? Okay, yeah. And just as well as I do, cutting a profile takes a fraction of the time. So
Interesting.
I have my CNC has not been running as much as it used to. I'll put it that way.
Really?
Just because my laser's taking a lot of the workload, and I don't have to worry about blowout or any
I bet you don't.
depth issues. Well, I always like that blowout.
If you're talking about like small details and cutting stuff out like that, yeah, sure. I mean, like it's very hard to do that in the CNC, even with a 15 and a 30-degree tip. That's where the lasers get in. I know, Nap, calm down.
So like this right here, I could have done this on my CNC, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now the best part about this, I don't have to fill nothing. I don't have to color nothing. It looks great the way it is. You slap some Odie's on there, and yes, Odie's oil, not a shameless plug, but I put some Odie's oil on this thing. This thing looks awesome, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I could have done this on my
absolutely.
CNC, and don't get me wrong, it would have come out just as nice. But to me, I can't just carve something. I'd have to paint it, and then if I have to paint it, I got to worry about bleeding. If I got to worry about bleeding, then I could ruin the piece.
Yep. I mean, I think they all have a place in the shop. I mean, like, I haven't stopped using my CNC because I have my lasers, or I haven't, gone back and forth between the two. It's more of the fact like there's a place for like a plaque like that. I can throw it on my laser. I can do exactly what you said. For larger items I can't fit there, yeah, I have to move it to the CNC. But I mean, like, I never lack jobs that have a CNC touch or lack jobs that have a laser. Sometimes the laser and the CNC will touch the same project.
And that does happen.
Yep.
What is it? My goodness. Ben Warren from Beach Time Woodworks. He actually shared a file with me. It's for a friend of mine who just had a baby and doing a onesie 3D carve, and I'm doing a V carve. But I'm taking that same V carve and I'm actually going to fill it with the laser.
Nice.
Ooh.
And he gave me that. I mean, I've done it before, but I never really thought of doing it on like a 3D carve. I was like, actually, that's probably a really good idea instead of having to paint it and do all this craziness. So yeah, definitely have a place in the shop, both sides of the house. I don't know what I would do without the CO2 at this point. The diode was great, but the CO2 is, for me, is more efficient.
So I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all three use Lightburn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Absolutely.
What are the capabilities of it? Is it can you design a whole lot with it, or do you Corel Draw, or that's kind of what I'm looking at.
So Lightburn.
Capabilities are there's a lot of capabilities. Like this morning, it made me breakfast, but I typically I go back and forth in between a few different programs, and they all work harmoniously.
Big
With
words.
very I guess you could say, but which allows it to adapt to different programming. And so, like my CNC runs off a different program than my laser, but the CNC, I can export the file from that program and import it into Lightburn and have them working hand in hand. So that just expands the capability of things I can do. Like say you want to laser etch like a badge or a patch or a sign, right? But the sign shape is some weird thing that you would need a scroll saw to do. And if you're not good with a scroll saw, you're just going to jack it up. So you need to have it cut out CNC. So you put the file, you can build the file in Lightburn to whatever size, right? And then export it and then convert it to whatever SVG format you need for easel that I use. Do the shape cutout, cut on the outside of the tool, outside of the piece. This way it leaves the dimensions, and then put it on the laser and you just laser the outline, and that's how you line it up. Knapp taught me that part. And then once the outline's done, do a fill and it just fills in the sign.
I'll tell you what,
like
it's
a pain in the ass, excuse my language, but it really makes for something super crisp and clean.
And honestly, it's really not that big of a pain in the butt. Honestly, I think the longest part of any laser job is lining it up. Literally, just doing that, doing a frame a couple times. I'm gonna tell you what. I frame my piece at least 10 times. I know it's a waste of time, but I'm so paranoid that I'm gonna frame it, and then start it, and it's not gonna do what it's supposed to.
So for those that don't have a laser, what he's referring to as framing is in Lightburn, there's an option to run the laser at a very like a 6% power, and it will frame out wherever you're going to be actually engraving. So you have a very visual reference of what you're about to carve. Now the Glowforge has a camera, and it does not have that capability. You cannot, as far as I know, frame out a piece. So a lot of times what I do is I do the opposite. I'll actually go ahead and engrave whatever I'm about to do and then take that piece to the CNC and cut out afterwards. Just because that way, if the Glowforge is off a little bit, it's not going to ruin an entire piece. So, I mean, having a piece that can run off Lightburn is 100% better. You can, as Nick hit on, you could design SVG in there, export it to your CNC, or you can have a CNC file, imported into Lightburn, and they can work back and forth. And you can, I'll be making a project very soon. I've shown these guys. It's the Army backbone, and it's going to be a little bit of both. And I'll be using Lightburn to help my process with that too.
Oh, well.
So to answer,
hey, go ahead.
Giveaway. I was saying to answer your question, Joey. Yes, Lightburn is very intuitive. You can do quite a bit of things with it, and not just laser design. You can trace images and whatnot. But speaking of tracing and those things, one of the things I did trace was our Sawdust Nation podcast logo to get it on this first giveaway, which is the beer mug.
Send it
for those of you that enjoy a good old brew. But also on top of that, if you weren't here when we started, you got the Bloodwood Sawdust Nation podcast coaster.
Toaster, huh? It's a toaster.
Yeah, I got a toaster. It's in the back. And then, of course, one of our stickers. Because if you got a CNC or a sticker wall, you'll be able to go ahead. And this light is not helping me.
It's upside down.
Listen, leave me alone. All right, it's all over. You'll be Sawdust Nationed out. This is the swag we offer, and honestly, it might even end up on our Etsy page eventually. Here, if you don't win one, you could also maybe get one if you want to support us. All right, so wherever the link is,
link for what? The Etsy?
No, the link for Etsy, but also the link for people to sign their names to get this giveaway. Hey, it is upside down. I just watched myself do it.
So remember, if you're a patron of Sawdust Nation podcast, you get double the entries. That's 2 times the chances of winning. So if you were at 33.33333%, like of the 3 watchers of this live event, you just shot up to like 60.6, or well, it would be like so it'd be like 50% now. Crazy, huh?
Math.
I'm not really good at it, but
What are you trying to say is you have a very good chance of winning something for just watching today.
Do is be here, because if you're not here, then you can't win. I'm sorry. Like, we don't play that. Homie, don't play that.
Especially when there's a micro jig gripper to give away. I mean,
That's
and
right.
a Pwn CNC Ultra
Take
Fence.
my strong hand. I got the gripper.
You're going to have to say that if you don't use a gripper.
That's true. That's true. I don't know if you can see my name.
No.
No, they can't.
They can't see my name?
No.
Oh. Can we see Joey's name?
Nope.
All the names are taken off. Anyway, inside joke then, I guess.
Wow.
All right.
Way to leave him hanging there.
All right. So
Okay.
is everybody signing up, or how are we doing this? How are we doing this giveaway?
Supposed to
Oh, the
link
same way we
there.
do always. Thank you, Seth, for joining us. We got some people joining us as we talk here. We have Donald Starr. He just he showed back up. So we'll give people about 2 more minutes to kind of get in here. Then we'll start doing the giveaway itself. Nick, I'll send you who is actually in the live, and we can get going with this. So you got about 1 more minute ish. Yeah. Go ahead.
Quick question. Have you ever laser etched over paint?
Yes.
Yes. Did it
And
yesterday.
what did you use? Auramask?
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
You just do it.
And then I wiped it out with a wet rag after, and it turned out perfect.
Mm-hmm. So that's the difference between like paint and like anodized aluminum, Nick. Is anodized aluminum, you'll have to use something to act like chemical, or with spray paint, once it's burnt off, it's burnt off. Use water, you're good to go. But I did learn something about lasering anodized metals or things that have a coating. Magic erasers. There's no chemicals involved. You just wet the son of a gun and you wipe it.
Magic
Does that work?
erasers?
Yeah, apparently magic erasers. I was in the CO2 laser group and the dude mentioned it and I was like, what? Mind blown.
Wait, the Scorch?
No, the white, like Mr. Clean, bald-headed guy.
No,
you
I'm
know,
talking about, what does it take off, though?
it takes the scorch off, the burn.
That's what I asked.
Well, when you said Scott, so I was like, what the heck are you talking
Oh,
about?
jeez.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights.
It's gonna be a good night. That's what it's gonna be.
Are you sure it takes the Scorch off?
Yes.
Did you try it?
No.
All right. It's not
Here,
been corroborated.
listen. You know what? I'm gonna go get my Mr. Clean and I'm gonna find something that I've burnt, because believe me, I've got a lot of mugs that I've messed up. And I just watched myself do that stupid thing with my hands. That looks so dumb.
There's a small delay. So
All right.
yeah. Okay, I
right.
think that's
Oh, we
about
got
it.
We got 17 people watching. Hopefully, we got quite a few entries in there.
Am I in charge of this, or is Nap in charge of this?
I don't
today?
know how to do it. I'm still
Okay.
learning.
Yeah, we'll throw it at you, and then we teach Nap next time.
Throwing
He's,
it at me. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take care to get everybody in this.
If you hear right here in the chat, how about that?
I don't worry about that. We only have like 6 people.
We have
1,
15
2,
people.
3,
11.
Oh, okay.
4.
I show 15.
Let
This
us
is
know
include
if you.
viewers 14.
Let us know if you.
Link. I never saw the link come through that y'all usually put.
Oh, Joey, you can't win.
I know.
Not today.
A link come through the feed.
Oh
I know,
no, we're
but
not
they're
doing
not-
the link today. I'm just going through and
Yep.
if
okay.
you're here in the chat, so letting us know you're here, so we know if
We
you want
got-
to get in this.
We got CCCNC or CCNC is in there.
It's
All right.
CCCNC.
Okay, that's a lot of C's. Leave me alone.
We got.
Oak
Let's
Ridge.
see here. We got Ed
And
from
we got,
Oak Ridge.
17.
we got Matt Wackerly, Joey's friend, I think.
Yep. Yep.
Donald Starnes.
Oh, Donald. I'm gonna tell you, Donald Starnes got super lucky because of the Orca abrasives.
Oh yeah, man.
And then
So-
Got hooked.
The
Oh,
abrasives. obviously you all know we do a giveaway every month, and they're a part of the giveaway, and they do a sample pack of abrasives.
Oh man.
Anyway, Lawrence, God bless Lawrence. He got confused and he kept sending Donald Starnes packages of Orca abrasives. So he's just like, all he does is keep posting them on Instagram, like, "Hey, thanks for the abrasives. Hey, thanks for the abrasives."
Keep going. All right.
Well, if you're going to get something, that's something that you could use. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how many packages you get.
we
but,
got
yeah.
Seth CNC also is on. We got Robert Lee. We got Victor. He's in. From Wind
Victor.
Designs. Chad Bookman.
Oh, hey, so for those of you that don't know, Donald Starnes and a few others in here are patrons.
Yes, they are, and they're
And
tier
patrons
3.
twice
Well,
to the list.
if you're part of the last tier, which is tier 3, you get added twice. You get an extra entry for every giveaway we do, and that included the 50th giveaway we did. And that, I don't know. What do you guys think? We're gonna do 100?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're not a Patreon, I suggest you get on that.
All
Because
right.
they're doing some good stuff.
You got everyone, Nick? Did you get Chad Bookman, Casey Marwine,
Chad Bookman right now. Jill.
I'm signing in too.
Casey?
Tim Brady Jr. from XYZ Milled in the house, in the Heezy.
Word.
All right.
And
Doyle. Oh, Doyle.
Doyle rules.
All right.
Doyle. Feeling.
I got Chad. All right. Kate Darwin. All right.
Oh yeah, we can give all three away. We got plenty of viewers now.
Let's do it. Hey, why don't you talk about what's going on? Like refresh their memory on what we're giving away here.
All right, so that first giveaway is the awesomeness, the hotness, the swag package. We got the beer mug, Sawdust Nation Podcast beer mug with a sticker inside. I'm not going to pull it out. And then also we got the Bloodwood Sawdust Nation coaster. All right, so we got that as the first giveaway. So if you want to go ahead and hit them with that there, Nick, and then I'll give them the next one.
I'm doing a randomizer here.
And the winner.
Not yet.
As the grand prize.
I think,
right.
let's see. Yep, done.
All right.
It's coming together. Yep.
Here we go. So,
Oh, we got
Are
a
we
Josh,
ready?
Armor, just tagged in. Sorry.
oh, armor.
Yes.
Oh, so okay.
Real quick. Sorry. You want to just do back to back on these? Because I know we got to get to the regular podcast here shortly.
That's
Yep,
fine.
it's running along. So, okay.
All right. So here we go.
Do it.
The winner of prize one, which was what?
The swag pack, beer mug, sticker, and coaster.
Swag pack beer mug and sticker is number 10. All right.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm going to take out
All right, Tim.
XYZ Milled Company. Congratulations, Tim. All right. So now, here we go again. What's prize 2?
Prize 2 is the Pone CNC Ultra Fence, brought to you by
Pone
Daniel. at Pone
CNC Ultra Fence.
Don't just
Here we
own your
go.
CNC, dominate it.
Drum roll, please. All right. It's going to be generate. It's going to be Doyle.
Bam! There it is.
Doyle,
Number
do you have a CNC?
Yes.
I would assume so.
All right, Doyle. Congratulations on that. Excuse me. And the next winner, we have 3, right?
Yep. Here's the last one right here.
The grand prize.
Man, that's nice.
Gripper,
Shiny.
coaster, and Sawdust Nation sticker.
What about the Orca Abrasives pack?
There's no Orca abrasive pack, is there?
Yeah, there is.
There's always the Orca. We get
Well,
that way.
Let's do 4. We'll do 4.
We're doing
All right.
4.
We're
Do it
doing
live.
4. We're
Doing it
doing
live.
4. All right. So the winner of giveaway number 3 is Donald Starnes. Congratulations.
So you won the Orca abrasives? Is that what we just gave off?
No.
Donald Starnes was numbered.
Okay.
He wins again. Yay, Donald Starnes. From Ducky
Man.
Skeet. All right.
Did he win?
And
Did he win the Gripper or the Orca?
no, he won the gripper. He didn't win the Orca.
Okay. I was going to say, he gets enough Orca.
We should
Like,
just make
he's
it
got
the Orca.
he's got his own private subscription. All right. Here we go. So
All
now,
right, last one.
last giveaway for the Orca abrasives. Now, mind you, once you win, we take your name out, so you can't win again. All right.
Sorry, Donald. Sorry.
Sorry. So here we go. Victor 5 wins. Congratulations.
Nice. Victor for Wind Designs.
Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations on all your prizes. Seriously, these are all really good prizes. They'll be sent out here within the next day or so.
Yes.
The Pwn CNC, this is mine, so you can't have mine. You'll get yours personally from Daniel because he sends out awesome stuff with his items like Skittles or Starbursts. Just saying. I
Hey,
want
that was a
those.
surprise. You just ruined the surprise.
No,
Hey,
you don't
so-
know what kind.
Do us a favor, folks. If you're a winner, go ahead and email us sawduststationpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your shipping address, and we will get those prizes out to you as soon as we can. And Matt Wackerly, how am I supposed to say it?
Not the right way that he didn't win.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for showing up to the Sawdust Nation Podcast live event for September. It's always a great time, whether we're just shooting the bull. Steel Blade's here with us tonight. And check out the podcast. It's going to drop on Thursday. Joey's going to have some good nuggets of wisdom, I'm sure, to record here tonight. But we want to give our Patreons a thank you once more for helping support the podcast. And we want to thank Daniel from Pwn CNC for making this tonight's episode possible, as well as Orca Abrasives providing that prize pack. And last but not least, we have JTech Photonics and Total Boat. So we will see you. Did I forget somebody?
I think you got everyone.
All right.
Yep.
From
Yeah,
us here at Sawdust Nation Podcast, we love you. We hope to hear from you. Send us questions, and we'll catch you later. Josh, you want to do the outro?
all I gotta say is the email's in the chat. So for the winners, you can reference that, or you can DM us and go make some sawdust. Sawdust Nation.
Out.
Out.
We really gotta work on this, boys.
Yeah, we're
Like, we gotta start coordinating and
3,
practicing.
2, 1. Something. Okay, guys. Have a good night.
adios.